Hey tubers, me again. Hey, it's a Toro, guaranteed to start. Well, the guarantee is not working, so it doesn't start. Actually, this belongs to a very, very good friend of mine, Jason and Kim. I hang out with these guys a lot, and we just put in some new grass about 2 weeks ago. And before that, this mower hasn't been run in, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, maybe even longer. So, I mean, I could just go and tear into it and rebuild a carburetor, and it'll run, start right up on the first pull, guaranteed. I have no question in that regard. But I want to find out why it's not running, why it didn't start. He said he shot a little bit of ether down here, starting fluid, and it coughed and then it stopped. Could it be old gas? Absolutely. Could it be because it was in a shed and it gets so hot inside the building and then cools down at night? Is it possible that there's condensation that got into the tank and then ran down into the bowl? Absolutely. So rather than just go and fix it blindly and give it back, I want to know what's going on. I want to figure out, why it actually just won't start for him. So we're going to go through the process. I was already starting to disassemble it, and then it's like, maybe this might benefit somebody, or it's good fodder for the haters. They can come out there, well, you should have this, and yeah, you should have that, and whatever. So, yeah, I'm just gonna film this and see what we come up with. So I washed out. Look at this glass bowl. There's two things I want to do. It's like I want to get it underneath the here for when I release the fuel line from the carb. Try to catch some of the fuel, see if there's any water in it. I'll probably just end up draining the gas anyways. I have 2-stroke gas, but it's not going to hurt it. And then I'm going to be real careful, and when I take the bowl off the bottom of the carb, I'm going to remove the whole carburetor, and when I take that bowl off, I want to see if there's water in there. I'm still going to do the cleaning. It's all the plastic jets. They're kind of a pain, but it is what it is. It's welcome to the new world. Okay, so I'm gonna get the carburetor off, get that thing off, the fuel line off, and then we'll be back. Okay, so, oh man, I gotta turn off the music, hold on. So I took the tank off. Here's the fuel. It's a little bit golden, but not bad. And there's 0 debris, and there's 0 water. That still doesn't mean that there's no water in it. It could be just in the bowl. So we're gonna go and check that out. I'm gonna dump this into another container, use it for like a parts washer. All right, do you guys want to see how this is done? Huh? Do you? We're all just a little bit different. Let's breathe the tube. This is thermostatic. Whoops, sorry. That's thermostatic choke linkage up there on the top of the carburetor for the choke, and then this is going to be the throttle and the governor linkage back there. So I'm going to take all those off, get the carburetor off, and let's see if there's any water in it. Okay, carburetor off, and just in case you want to know, there's the access to the bottom of the bowl right there. It needs one of these big Allens, and it is actually, it says HW10, whatever that means. Chromoly HW10. 10 millimeter. Anyways, that's what it is. So anyways, this is how much that bowl holds. It's quite a bit. And I'll kind of slosh it a little bit. Let me get the reflection out of there. There's a big old chunk of something right there. There's some more. And then over here in the corner, if I can get it to do it, there's a real fine sediment, dust, dirt. Exactly what was in the backyard. So it just swirls around and whatever. So now we do have to take this apart and go through it and I'll show you like clean the jets and stuff. So yeah, it was not water. There's no water anywhere to be found in here. So that's good. Okay guys, I'm going to turn on the light and then zoom you in. Oh, actually zoomed you out. Hold on. Can you see on the bottom all that real fine dirt? I'm going to take and put my finger in here. I'll go down on one side right here. See how now it all shined up? And then over here. So 100%, that's what we're chasing now, is just to get all that dirt out of the jets. So that answered the question. That's why it wouldn't just start up. I mean, Jason does a really good job of taking care of his stuff. I mean, really, really good job. But in Arizona, the superfine dust, it's just a problem with everything. So, all right, now we're gonna pull the jets out and then we'll clean those. Do I need to show you guys this? I guess I do. I guess I do. So this here's the carburetor. That part right there with that seal that goes up against the block. Here's where the choke is. And then down underneath here, you can see, this is what the new fangled jets and stuff look like. So, and underneath, it plugs up into there like that. You got to take a screwdriver. I put a screwdriver right underneath this piece and pry it up. It's always a little nerve-wracking because everything's made out of plastic. So anyways, underneath here, same deal. Try to get you the best picture. Right, all like from where I'm outlining, that's all one piece. Okay, this little whatever part on the top, that goes out to the what do you call it, the venturi and the emulsion tube. But we got to get underneath the here is where all those little holes are, and we got to clean those out. So again, it's plastic. Do this at your own risk. Put a screwdriver underneath of there and kind of pry up on. Get them to come up. Do it from every side. If it doesn't feel right, stop. But I can't really do this with, looking through the camera, and I'm not doing a very good job at showing you what it is. So I'm going to get that piece off of there, and then I'll show you the jets. Okay, so here it is. This has been taken apart. When it goes back together, it only goes one way. You can see that little slot right there goes on top of there, so it goes back. But here's all the little holes. I'm going to take and clean those out. Make sure, looking straight down, make sure that all those are all cleaned out. There's another one. Oops. Over here on this. Oh, what do you use to clean those with? Bunch of welding tips. Every mechanic should have a bunch of these. These little wires will save your life. So let me get one. Hold on. Most of you, I'm sure you're familiar with the brass emulsion tubes that come out of a Tecumseh or a Briggs. But so you're just going to go through these holes. It's hard to do. See how it's going through there? And just going to clean them out. With the plastic, you kind of got to worry about if you're going through there, if you're making the holes any bigger. Probably wouldn't hurt. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to go through cleaning out all these little holes. We'll put it back together and we'll make sure. And I know that ball comes out of there too. I've seen Terrell do that. So, yeah, we're just going to go through and clean up all of these and then put it back together. I'll be back. Holes are all clean. Put back together. Turn on the light. Look down inside. See, like, there's smaller holes over on that side, larger holes over on that side. That side is built to receive. You can actually see. The one on the right is bigger than the one on the left, and it also has an O-ring. So we're going to take and put that back in there. This is kind of like what you're looking at, and see if I can just push that in with my fingers. There, now it's flush, it's done, it's in. There's the actual pickup for the fuel to go through there. So, okay, put the bowl back on, slap it on there, and see if we can do a one pull start. There's the seat for the needle. Plastic. Can you believe these guys? Jesus. Getting crazy. There goes the needle. Let me grab the float. Here's the float. You can see there's a slot right there. Maybe I should put that needle in there first. Whoops. So this is how I'm going to attempt it. Right there. Got this tipped over. It's in there. Oh look, they actually have something that's not plastic. Woohoo! That's what you're going to get for your $400. Isn't that crazy? Okay, you got it all lined up. And then you just take and push it down. Check, check, double check. Click, click. Hopefully. Yep, it clicked. And it pretty much lays level. Alright, I'm going to put the bowl back on. I wiped out the bowl, got the crap out of it, got the dirt out of it. Just like a little bit of stuff going on right there. And then the same over here. So I don't think it wants to go like that. I think it wants to go this way. That's what we're going to do. We're going to line it up, put the screws in it, put it back on the machine. I can't believe how cheap they make these things. I think this is also like one of those ones where it says like, oh, and like they give you every reason to buy it, just to only like kind of like you're not even buying it. You're renting it before it goes to the landfill is what you're really doing. He's like, oh, you don't have to put oil in it. And he's like, good, I'm an idiot. I'll buy one that I never have to put oil in. Oh, it's guaranteed to start. Oh, that's good because I don't know nothing about small engines. So yeah, I'll buy this. So like $400. Look at all the conveniences I'm paying for. Yeah, I'll do that. Don't listen to you guys. Change your oil. Take care of your stuff, and maybe we can get this plastic to last longer than whatever their, what do they call that? Designed failure, whatever. Put it down in the comments. Tell me what's that. God, it's gonna drive me crazy now. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on the machine. Okay, you guys. Here's the only problem that I really found with this machine for Jason is that I went to check the oil. Looks like it's all brand new and everything. Hold on. I'm going to clean off the dipstick. Yeah, we're going to put it back in. And then let's check it. Can you see? Let's get it so we can focus. It's way up the dipstick. Come on, baby, focus. Let me try this. Look for the glint. Shine. It's out of those. There you go. You can see it's way up the dipstick. Here's the only problem with that, you guys. You probably just topped it off, in order to get it running. I got this syringe here and thing. I'm just going to suck a few ounces out. Let me try to explain what happens. This is why it's bad to overfill your oil. So if you're looking at it, my 2 fingers right here, that's the cylinder. That's the bore and everything right there, okay? The oil level is supposed to be right about here. I'm going to draw it out and show it for you in a second. But it's actually sitting way up here. So not down here. Whoops. It's supposed to be down here, but now it's up here. So I'm going to show you what happens. Do I got a marker? Do I got something to write with? Yeah. Okay. Here's what happens. Whoops. I don't need the light. Okay, here's what happens. Here's the cylinder. There's the piston. There's the connecting rod. Down here is where the oil is supposed to stay. Where it'd be like you put the dipstick is down in here. There's those 2 dots right there. If you take and you overfill it and you bring it way up here, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but now the oil level is way up here. It just sits in there and it works its way past the piston, pass through the rings or whatever. It sets up here. Now it smokes like crazy when it's running. There's your little spark plug right there. Now it smokes like crazy. Or if it's out for an extended period of time, and that won't compress at all. You can blow a head gasket, whatever. Don't overfill it. Take and keep it down here in the lines, but the top line, do not overfill it. If you get it up in here, you're creating your own problems. Just let it stay down here in the sump. That's what happens if you overfill it. Okay. Okay. Back down on the ground. Got the dog right there. Jackson, I'm going to start this mower. One, maybe 2 pulls. Good enough. It's usually always the same stuff, but this one just had dirt in the carb and the oil was overfilled. That oil, believe it or not, would have caused a major problem if it wasn't caught. And a lot of times, like, you can actually find these mowers at a yard sale, because when it tries, if it sat there long enough and the mower is old enough oil got up inside that head that you can't pull it, and so it'll buck. And people just think that the motor is trash. It's not. It's just like pull the spark plug out, pull it over a bunch of times, get the oil level back down to where it is, put the spark plug back in it, and then start it up. Maybe even give it a little bit of gas down the spark plug hole, and then boom, got yourself a mower. Quick and easy fix. Okay, so now we got a trimmer. I don't think I'm gonna mess with that or make a video out of it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. That's it. I'm done. Jason, you cut your grass tonight, and we're gonna film that. Later. that is a beautiful thing. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna put some other pictures in this video, like what this thing looked like 3 weeks ago.